Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday, the 21st of August, 2023. Welcome, new Sudokans. You are now christened as a Sudokan. You have the Sudokan passport. You are granted a visa to planet Earth to talk to regular human beings about. You must promote the game of Sudoku. That's all it entails. This is a beginner level game from The Guardian. I say it's a beginner level game. I haven't played it, but I'm assuming it is because usually on Monday we have the very easy games from The Guardian, and I usually call them beginner level and try to explain the rules of Sudoku. So I'll be doing that in a moment. But this channel is not just about Sudoku. It's a blog, I guess, from me. I don't really do much video. A blog from me about either things that are going on with me or things that are appearing in the news, and in a friendly chat way. So come on every day. What is going on? Luna 25, I think that was the name of it. I've forgotten to put it up on the screen, but Luna 25, the Russian spacecraft, has unfortunately spun out of control and hit the moon, apparently, crashed onto the moon. It's just not Russia's year, is it really? It's failing miserably in its war against Ukraine, its invasion of Ukraine, I should say. And apparently the Russian state news tried to hide this particular news somewhere in the middle and gave it a couple of seconds of news, just passing over it very quickly. Of course, you could imagine that if it had been successful, that they would have trumpeted it, no pun intended, across the news, widely across Russia. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku. We are about to crash in this game of Sudoku, probably. Let's see what we can find out, shall we? First of all, though, I should explain, excuse me, very quickly how to play the game. Voice is not very smooth this morning. It is Monday morning, quite early, and I haven't spoken to it. Well, I have spoken to someone. I'll take that back. I haven't done much speaking yet, so my voice is not properly warmed up. It will be by the time we get to the end of the video. Right, why am I highlighting these squares? What am I doing here? Why am I pointing an arrow? I'm showing you that there are 9 squares across in this row, and guess what? The next row down and the next row down, and all of the rows down have 9 squares across. There are 9 squares in each of these columns as well. Every column has 9 squares. Excuse me. And the objective of the game is to fit digits 1 through 9, as they say in America, in each of the cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One number per cell, obviously, in each row and each column. But not only that, we also have these smaller 3x3 grids, as you can see, like this. 9 of them, and again we fill in the numbers 1 to 9. That's it. That's all you need to know. The only other thing you might like to know is that it's got nothing to do with mathematics. The classic Sudoku game like this has nothing to do with mathematics. It is only about logic. We just find the solutions through logic. We don't guess any answers. We must know the answer before we put it in, but basically it's generally comes down to a case of yes or no type logic. It's either true or it's not true, a binary type of idea. So let's see how we can go about solving. I can see a couple of things, but I should try to tell you the easiest thing first. Okay, right, so what we do is we use the idea that the number can appear once in a row, in a column, and in a block to fill in the answer. So, okay, let's take this block up here where we have 1, 4, 6, and 9, but we don't yet have a digit 5. Now, if we look for other digit 5s in the grid, and if you're playing on a computer, you can simply highlight a digit like this. If you're playing with pencil and paper, you need to look around and spot them. But hopefully what you will have spotted is this 5 here that I just clicked on, this 5 here, and this 5 here. This one over here doesn't have any effects, but these particular 5s do affect how we can find the digit 5 in this block up here. What does it mean? Well, remember, the number can appear once only in its row. So 5 cannot reappear in this row. In other words, this square and this square cannot be 5. 5 cannot reappear in its column. In other words, this square and this square can't be 5 because of this digit 5 down here. And then the 5 from down here blocks up like this. And so this square here also cannot be 5. So we've got a number already filled into this square, which is the only square, the only other. There are 2 squares unaffected by those 5s. There's already a 6 in here, and that leaves just one possibility. We know that the 5 must be in that square there. Got it? Now we're going to take this number that we just filled in, and we're going to bring it across like this and say no other 5 can appear in this row. And then this 5, no 5 can appear in this row. And again, we're left with just one possibility. This is the point. When we're left with just one possibility, we know that the number must be placed there. Let's do it again. Go back, Jack, do it again, as they say. 5 blocking down here, 5 blocking down here, and 5 blocking across here. When I say blocking, I mean not allowing it to reappear. And again, we now know that the 5 is in that square there. Let's go across the middle here. We've got 5 blocking across here like this and 5 blocking across here like this. That's going to give us the 5 there. And this now is the only block that doesn't have a 5. We've got, look, 5 here, 5, 5, all the top 3 blocks. 5, 5, and 5 there, and 5 there, and 5 there. So this is the only block that doesn't contain a digit 5. Now, I know, before I start to look for a 5, I know that I will be able to find a 5 in this block. It's a rule of Sudoku that if you have 8 of a number, you can get the 9th iteration of that digit for sure. So let's see, 5 blocks down here, 5 blocks down here, 5 blocks across here. That's going to put 5 into that square. And now there are no more 5s on the board to get, because we've got every row has a 5, every column has a 5, and every small block has a 5. I'm competing with people banging outside this morning. I'm not sure if you can hear that. The microphone is picking up, but I'm having to shout against people doing construction work by the sound of it, although they're not nearby. They're quite a distance away. Next number, let's try to find an 8. We have 8s blocking across like this, and we have 8 going up here like this, and so we know that that is where our 8 goes. Now, can we finish off the 8s? No, we can go a little bit further though. Okay, when we look in this row here, we don't find an 8, do we? Now we ask ourselves, can an 8 be in this square, or this square? The answer is we've got an 8 here. So remember, this blocks all of these 3 squares. Now actually we also have 8s down here, but even if we didn't have these 8s down here, just simply having an 8 in this block means that these 3 cannot be 8. Now over here we have another 8 blocking up. So in this row this time rather than in a block, there is only one empty square, and so we know that the 8 must fit there. Now, can we finish off the 8s? Well, no, we can't, because when we look and see where 8s block now, oops, sorry, held down the wrong key, we find we're in this situation. So we've got white square. There's no 8 in this block or this block, and what it means is we have 4 possibilities. Now, 8 must appear in this block and this block. So what it means is that if an 8 appears here, it will be here, but if an 8 appears in that square, it will be in that square. Okay. Right, let's try to continue over the bashing noise. We have 3 blocking across here, 3 blocking across here, and 3 blocking down here. So that's going to be a 3. Then we'll take that 3 and go northwards. 3 up here. That's going to give us a 3 in that square. If any of this looks a bit fast for you, just rewind, go back again. Watch it again. 3 is blocking like this. There's a 3 that we can place. 3 up here, 3 across here, and across here will give us the 3 there. Then the 3 that we've just put in, going up, up, and across. Like I said, if it's too fast, just slow it down or go back and revisit. Now, there are 2 empty squares here. We've got quite a lot of numbers already. What we don't have yet are 2 and 7. We're looking for 2 and 7 to go in these 2 empty squares. So we must look for intersecting 2s or 7s. Hopefully, you've seen this 7 already. blocking across there. So we know that there's only one square left. The 7 will be here. And now we know this has to be a 2 because that's the one digit left for this block here. Now we have the 2 that we just placed. See, you notice how often when we place a number we can use it immediately. Certainly we can do that here. And over here there's a 2 blocking and then a 2 across here, which is going to give us the 2 in that square. And now the 2's block across here, down here and down here like this. That's going to give us 2 in that square. Yep, there was another 2 up here, 2 up here and 2 across there. That's going to give us 2 there, 2 across this way, up here and up here. And the 2's are finished. Again, we have a 2 in every block, every row, every column. There are 9 2's in the grid in total, and they are all finished. When we look at this row across here, we find that we are missing... Oh. Actually, not what I thought we were missing. Never mind that. I made a mistake in my calculations there, but proof that I don't play these games ahead of time. I have no idea of the final answers here, but it's good to check. By the way, a lot of this game is checking and then coming to a conclusion. Now we are 2 empty squares in this row, right? So what's missing? We've got 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't have 9. So we know that these 2 squares can only contain 4 or 9. We have to look down here for 4 or 9. And guess what? We've seen a 4. So that blocks this square. And that's going to put the 4 there. And it's going to give us a 9 in that square there. Now with this 4, we can block down here now. And block down here, and that's going to put 4 into that square. We need 4 as one of our 2 missing digits in this column. So when the 4 blocks there, we know that that is going to be the 4. I do apologize if this noise is giving you a headache. It certainly is not very conducive to me trying to play Sudoku. Oh, somebody dropped a clanger. 6 down here as the last digit for this column. Now, we have 4 blocking down here. We have 4 going across here. That's going to put 4 in that square. 4 blocking across here, and up here like this gives us 4 there. Now, 4 going to the top, and going to the top means we will get a 4 in that square there. And that's the 5. So we've actually got 2, 3, 4, 5 as finished digits. We don't need to look for 2, 3, 4, or 5. We do need 1, 6, 7, and 9 to go on. One, 6, 7, 8, and 9, sorry. Now, talking about the 8s, we have an 8 blocking up here. That's going to give us an 8 in that square. We have the 8 blocking to the bottom and across here. And so 8 is now finished. Now, there's just one empty square in this block, so we can get that. It's a 1. And that's going to leave us with just one empty square at the end of this row, and that's a 6. The missing numbers here and here for this block, so as I say, we have to look. It's 1 and 9. Actually, we can't really say which is which at the moment, so we'll leave that. We could look down here and say, look, there are 3 empty squares for this column. Let's see what we need. I don't know what we need. I have to look. Do we have a 1 yet? No, we don't. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have 6? No. 7, 8. Yes. No, 9. So we know that the 3 numbers here have to be 1, 6, and 9. Now we look for any intersecting numbers. We've got a 6 here. Is that going to be enough? No, because 6s could appear in those squares. We've got a 9 here. So 9 could be in that square or that square, but we don't yet have a 1 anywhere along here, so we can't say which So we don't know about this yet. But what we do know is, because we know this is 1, 6, and 9, it means that this square here cannot be 1, 6, or 9. It has to be the other number that will complete this block, which is a 7. You could have noticed it by 7 blocking down here. So you'll come to the same answer even though you looked for the digit in a different way. And this is one of the nice things about Sudoku, is that you can look in different ways and come up with the same answer. 7 blocks down here, that's going to put a 7 in that square there. Now the missing digits for this row now are 1 and 9 for these two squares. When you look across, we've got 2, 8, 7, 4, 6, 5, and 3. We don't have 1 or 9, but now we can say definitely this 9 blocks this square. So that means the 9 must go here, and we know that the 1 will be in this square to complete this row. And now you see how we're narrowing down our options. This then will be a 6. 6 blocks across here, 6 goes here, and there's only one more number. It was a 1. If you remember, we had 1, 6, and 9. Now we can see that the 1 fits there, and this one blocks across here, giving us a 1 here. Or you could look across here and say we're only 1 digit short. We know that it's a 1. The 9 blocks down here, giving us the 9 in that square, and the 7 finishes off this block. Now in this column, we still need a 7 to finish the column here. And 7 blocks across here and goes up there, so that gives us the 7 there. And now we can finish the 7s with the last one in this square here. That's 7 out of the way now. We're only looking for 1, 6, and 9. That's all. 1, 6, and 9. Okay, 9 blocks across here like this, and that means that because we don't have a 9 in this column, 9 must go here. Now this will be a 1 to finish this block, or this row. Either way, 1 blocks down here gives us the 1 in that square. 1 blocks across here, giving us 1 here. 1 blocks across here and down there, and so that is the final one. Here we need a 6 to complete this block or this column, and these 6 blocks down here giving us this 6 in that square. The 6 blocks across here like this, there's the 6, and now we only need a digit 9 to finish. 9 goes here, 9 goes there. That's our beginner level game for the Guardian Sudoku for Monday. Check every Monday. Go back in time. You don't need a time machine. You just need YouTube and this channel, and find the playlist for easy Sudoku puzzles, and you find a lot. If you are a beginner, you can practice with lots of easy puzzles on this channel. That's it. Thank you. Bye bye.